Here we have a 21-foot Viking bunkhouse. You've got a power awning, a bunk room, a slide, air conditioning, and we're now going to ask John to show us how it's used. Okay,
Hi,
John.
everybody. We're here looking at another rental. First thing we notice on this, we have a light for at nighttime. So this lights up for easy hooking and unhooking. And it is a power jack. Ben's going to take it up, Trash going to bring it down. The propane tank's on the front. Right now the regulator is pointing to this tank, which we have open so we can light things when we go in. When this tank runs out, we flip it around to the other side. You can open up this tank, take that one in and get it filled up while you're running on this one. Two 6-volt batteries, better power supply. And in the very front, we have a front window. Just tighten up the two little thumb screws, and now you've got a window in the front. Alright, we have one compartment on our driver's side here. We open that up, little clip holds it up. When we look inside, we have our water hose, and this has a water regulator. So the water regulator must be on the tap. Then your hose attaches to your city water right here. This water regulator is going to keep it under 60 pounds so we don't have any problems inside the coach. You can also use this hose to fill up the fresh water tank. Also in the compartment, we have little blocks. So if you find the trailer sitting on a bit of an angle, you can put a couple blocks down beside the tire, pull it forward a bit, push them under where the tires were, back up onto it to get it sitting more level. You'll override, unnecessary because the unit does have power jacks. But if by chance you were to take this power jack up too far and it doesn't want to move, this rubber piece comes out, you put this in, unsnap it, and then you can use your jack again. Side are the 751 key. Okay, we're going to work our way down the side of the coach. When we get to here, this is where the power cord is stored. This is just the back of the fridge, which we don't need to go in there. And this is where you would hook Cablevision up or portable satellite. Work our way down. We have a bunk right here, and this takes the other key that's shaped a little different. This key goes in upside down. Enables us to open our door. We have our two bunks, but the nice thing about this one is this bunk will lift up out of the way. Turn the light on here, and you can see it will clip up against the wall, and then you could put a couple of bikes in here for the kids. Down below is our sanitation output. Black valve is strictly for the toilet. The gray valve is for the showers and the sink. When it comes time to dumping the coach, what you're going to do is take your cap off counterclockwise. Sewer hose is kept in the rear bumper. We'll put the sewer hose on, make sure it's in the hole, pull your black valve first. Once everything is drained out, you can close this up, then proceed over to the gray side. Let everything drain out. Back. When we look right here, that 751 key will also go into here, which gives you an outside shower. So this is great when you come back from the beach. You can get the sand off you before you drag it all inside. Or if you need to wash the dog that you've got with you, you can wash the dog out here. This right here is the hot water tank, and it operates from inside, so you don't have to light it out here. When we look up above, this is the output for the stove top. It has two little thumb locks. You want to open this up before you start using your stove top. That way it can exhaust bad air out. Make sure it's closed before you go traveling so that it's not getting all the road grime and everything inside the coach. This right here is our furnace output. So that does not mean putting your green lawn chair right beside it. We also have 110 power out. Assist handle. When traveling down the road, it goes towards the back of the coach. That way, it's not rubbing up against the door all the time. In the front compartment, we have an equalizer hitch for the coach to make it much easier to tow properly.
Now that's not included in the rental, I think, John.
No, that's an extra charge.
An extra charge, okay.
But at least you'll be able to tow the unit properly down the road.
Yeah, gotta have it.
Right here, this is to extend and retract the jacks. There are 4 jacks, they're power jacks. And as we see, if you look down below, they'll start coming down. One will go down first. And then the other one comes down. Once they're against the ground, just give them a little tap, and that's going to make it stabilize for when you're walking around, the unit's not bouncing around with you. Let's go on inside. So we're going to need to use one of our keys. We have 2 different keys. We have a daytime key, and then we have a nighttime key with a little black button that turns the light on so you can see where the hole is. Got a separator for our screen door. A little slide across, and we're going to keep the bugs out. There we are. Well, come on inside. Alright, so when we first come inside and we look to the left, we see we have our monitor panel. So up top, it shows our lights. When we press our button, it shows our battery is all the way up. We go over to the next one and we have our fresh water tank. We have a full tank of water. We go over to the black tank, shows empty. Gray tank shows empty. So this enables you to keep an eye on how much is in the system. When it comes to dumping, you want to make sure the more full it is, the better gravity evacuation you have. When we come down from here, we have our hot water tank, which is water heater. Turn to the on position. It has a small delay, and then it'll fire. And we're looking at about 18 to 20 minutes and you'll be at full temperature, good to go. Next one over is our water pump. So we turn our water pump on. And now we have water. I'm just going to release the pressure here. When we go over to our next switch, this is our ceiling light switch. And as you can see how many lights are on in the coach right now, but I can turn them all off in one spot. If you don't want them all on, you can actually go to each one individually and turn them off. We have our slide. We press our button, our slide is going to come in. And it's going to make a funny sound once we get to the end. There we go, and that's when we let off. Now when it comes for transporting, we can't leave our table sitting like this. So what we need to do, bring our table out, push the little lever in, bring our leg down, push this one in, bring our leg down, and notice we have Velcro here and here. We also have it on the dinette. So what we need to do, bring this over, put this in place, then we take our back cushions, and we're going to put those right in there like that. Then we also have another bed. This is going to keep the table from flying around while you're going down the road. Switch to that one is just for our awning. We press extend, awning rolls out. As you can see, how the awning is going out right now. There we go. Nice and easy. Normally you would take it all the way out because you wouldn't be parked such close proximity to another unit. We're going to bring it back in. We just press retract. Once it comes in all the way, it'll just automatically stop. And there we are. Right below our monitor panel, we have the stereo system for you right here. Power button comes on. Then we have a radio. Now there's an A and a B. I can turn A off, turn B on, and we have speakers outside. We can also have all the speakers on if we'd like to. This has a couple more features. Press here, it has auxiliary in, a second auxiliary. It also has Bluetooth mode, so you can stream from your phone. One more hit takes us back to FM. If I want to hold and press it in, then it shuts the radio down. Right here is our furnace control in case you have a cold night. Take it out of the off position and bring it up to whatever temperature you'd like. The furnace blows first to make sure nothing is blocking the output, then it'll fire and give us heat. I'm just going to turn it down into the off position. The furnace will blow a little while to cool down and then shut right down. So we have a light above our stovetop and we have a fan. So whenever we're cooking, we're going to make sure that we have either a window open or a roof vent open and our outside vent open, so that when we're using our fan, it's drawing in fresh air and getting rid of bad air. To light our stovetop, we got a little lighter here, bring it all the way around to where it says light, and there we go. And we can dial it down to a nice little simmer if we'd like. All the way, shuts it off. On our next one, there we are, and we go to the third one, and there we go.
Cooking with gas.
There'll be a lighter in here for you, so you won't have to bring one, and it'll just be in the top drawer. There you go. Unit also comes with a microwave. Nice size microwave. As we look just to the left of the microwave, we have storage up top. Lots of room up in here, including insurance papers. When we look down below, we have storage down below. We provide some cloths and a little bit of cleaner for you as well. And as we go along, we have more storage. When we get to just before the bathroom, we have a pantry area for lots more storage as well. Back door here is for our large bathroom. You want to take a look inside. We provide a dustpan and a broom. We have our shower head here. Now, as we know, 6 gallons of hot water is going to run out pretty quick. So this has an on-off lever. So we can stop the flow, lather up, and then rinse off. You have a nice little counter in the bathroom, storage in behind the shower, plus medicine cabinet. Up above on the ceiling, open this little guy up and turn our fan on. Very important to have the fan running. As we know, moisture is the enemy when it comes to recreational vehicles. So make sure your fan is going when you're having a shower. Down below is our toilet, and this one here has a foot lever in the front. So what you would normally do is put some water in the bowl by pushing down for a little bit, use the facility, and then flush everything down into the tank. And there we are. The top bunk also has an emergency exit. This can also be used for air though. When we look, see our little red handle here? Take this out of the holder, you can push this up, and now we have an airflow through here. Just makes it a little bit cooler up in the bunk. The bunk is also equipped at the very back corner there. Same with the bottom one, USB charging stations. That compartment that we saw where the door opens, this also has accessibility from here.
Sorry, stop recording. Okay, go.
This is the main distribution panel right here. So all your 110 breakers are here, and all your 12 volt fuses are right in here. And you notice there's a little fan going. When we have power coming in, this box makes sure that it puts 110 where needed, 12 volt where needed, and running a battery charger. So things will get warm. So it has an automatic temperature control fan to keep the board cool and everything working properly. Next over to it is your propane and carbon monoxide detector in one. When we come up, we have a nice big fridge here. Top part is our freezer. Plenty of room in there. Bottom part is our main fridge with lots of room in there as well. Now, this is the easiest fridge to operate. This fridge has one button, very simple to operate. I'm going to press and hold this in, and it's now off. It has an auto system, so I turn it on, it knows we're plugged into 110 right now, so it runs on 110. If I unplug the coach, it will automatically switch over to propane. Now, I have to mention something. You cannot drive with the fridge running on propane. It is actually illegal here. So this fridge will be good for 4.5 to 5 hours before the temperature will start to change. So just plan your trip accordingly. Okay. At the front on either side we have closet on that side and closet on this side. And we've provided some hangers for you as well. Our couch folds down so that we can make the main bed. So we lift up at the front, bring it forward like that, and then there's two clips. One I've already undone. This one here we're going to bring around, pull down, the main part comes down, and then unfold the main bed. And there we are. We have a nice sized bed. There's also a privacy curtain here that you can bring across, so this will keep this separate. To put it away, where it's going to go back up, bring this back up into place, and we're going to lock it in place. This is how it needs to be when you're transporting the unit down the road. We're going to put our couch back up. Easier if you grab a hold of the back as you're bringing it, and there we are. Very simple, easy unit to operate. Of course, if you have any questions when you're out there, you can always phone us. One last thing, we have an air conditioner. There's two ways of operating it. You can operate it on fan mode, which is just fresh air from outside coming in. Or if we bring it around all the way to where it goes to cool, then we're on air conditioning mode. It has a thermostat here that you can set to how cold you want it to be. And the nice thing is if you set it to a certain point, it's going to cool the unit down. And once it's cool in here, it'll shut down. When it starts to get warm again, it senses that and brings the air conditioner on. This way the air conditioner isn't running the whole time and you won't have your neighbor complaining about it. There we are. There's the Viking rental. So all you need to do now is come and pick it up. We'll help you hook up and go and have a great time.